As a child raccoon, Rocket is a test situation for the High Evolutionary with a view to create a counter-Earth populated via anthropomorphic animals. He turns into friends with Lilla, Teefs, and Floor, three of the High Evolutionaries. Different take a look at topics. Rocket displays intelligence and aptitude beyond the opposite animals and deduces the flaw in the anthropomorphization process, angering the High Evolutionary. They later research that they'll not be part of the brand new Earth after the High Evolutionary perfects the formula to anthropomorphize. Whilst the excessive evolutionary suspects and getaway try, he kills Lilla, Teefs, and Floor, enraging Rocket, who mauls him and escapes. Years later, the Guardians of the Galaxy have installed their headquarters on a rebuilt Nohir. The night time after settling in, they are attacked by using Adam Warlock, a top-notch powered being created out of revenge via his mom, the Empress of the Sovereign, Aisha, for previously stealing from her humans. They are ordered to bring Rocket to the excessive evolutionary, who has emerged as obsessed with retrieving his challenge for the reason of keeping apart and replicating Rocket's mind. In the course of the combat, Rocket is severely injured, leaving the Guardians not able to tend to his wounds because of a kill switch embedded in him. The team resolve to journey to the Augoscope, headquarters of the High Evolutionarist Agency Orgocorp, in the hopes of locating an override code. With the help of the Ravagers and a reluctant 2014 Gamora, the Guardians infiltrate Orgosphere and retrieve Rocket's document. But they are attacked by means of Orgosphere's guards, barely escaping after Peter Quill remotely turns on the guards' healthy jetpacks. They deduce that Thiel, one of the excessive evolutionarist scientists, may also have the override code stored in his memory, and determine to track him down. The team visits Counter-Earth against Gamora's advice, accompanied by way of Aisha and Adam. With help from a family of bat-like humanoids, Quill, Nebula, and Groot hint Thiel to the High Evolutionarist ship, at the same time as Drax and Mantis remain with Gamora and Rocket. Quill and Groot board the excessive evolutionarist Deliver, leaving Nebula behind. Mantis unwillingly accompanies Drax to the High Evolutionarist ship, which begins to release with Quill and Groot captured on board, a system that also destroys Counter-Earth. Gamora stays with Rocket, but is attacked by way of a pig warrior sent by way of the excessive evolutionary, who, herself, is killed while Warlock arrives seeking out Rocket. Gamora overpowers Adam and launches the Guardian's ship. Quill and Groot effectively defeat the High Evolutionarist forces and kill Thiel, leaping off with him and retrieving his memory earlier than Gamora meets them. Meanwhile, believing Quill and Groot are still on board, Nebula, Mantis, and Drax board the excessive evolutionarist Deliver to rescue them, and a weakened Adam senses that his mom is in threat but is simply too overdue to shop her. On the Guardians Deliver, Rocket flat strains and has a near loss of life experience, in which is met by using Lilla, Teefs, and Floor, who inform him that his time has now not but come before Quill effectively implements the override code and revives him. Mantis, Nebula, and Drax come across hordes of imprisoned kids on the excessive evolutionarist ship before being captured themselves, and positioned in a chamber with Abelisks. Mantis is in a position to steer the Abelisks to aspect with them, and the three escape the chamber before reuniting with the Guardians and overpowering the High Evolutionarist Navy. Kraglin and Cosmo arrive in Nohir, which Cosmo connects to the High Evolutionarist Deliver with the assist of Nebula and Kraglin, through her powers of telekinesis letting them loose the captured youngsters. Rocket discovers a clutter of infant raccoons and other take a look at subject animals, but is attacked with the aid of a deranged excessive evolutionary at the same time as attempting to free them before being rescued by using the Guardians. The excessive evolutionary is left to perish on his Deliver whilst the animals are rescued and board Nohir along with most of the Guardians. After Cosmo is unable to maintain the ships collectively for lengthy enough for him to board, Quill slightly escapes, beginning to freeze in area earlier than being rescued with the aid of Adam. The Guardians decide to disband. Quill bestows the rank of Captain of the Guardians upon Rocket earlier than leaving for Earth. Mantis embarks on an adventure of self-discovery with the Abelisks. Gamora reunites with the Ravagers, Nebula, and Drax stay on Nohir to raise the rescued children. In a mid-credits scene, Captain Rocket is visible main the brand new Guardians of the Galaxy, composed of a totally grown Groot, Adam, Cosmo, Phyla-Vell, Kraglin, and Blurp as they prepare a new task. In a put-up credits scene, Quill reconnects along with his grandfather.